Good evening. Just making sure I'm all connected here. Let's see if I have anyone watching. Oh, I have some people joining in. Okay. I'm hoping to stay connected through my computer tonight. So much easier for me to be able to read this way. Hi, Lisa. Hope everything is going well in BC with your move. So excited for you for all the new starts that you have happening. Hello, Jackie, Sabrina, Heather. Hello, everyone. Ellie and Lindsay and Wendy. Hi, everyone. I see Brenda and Krista. Hi, I'm just bringing up on my phone. I'm letting some people join in because I have to watch and make sure we don't go pixely tonight. Send me some good energy here that we can stay connected. So much easier when I can stay on my computer screen rather than trying to do it from my phone. And the noise you hear is my fan. It is, hi Priscilla. It is so hot here. I'm like, oh, just dying. And Brandy and Kelly and Edie and Freda. Hi, everybody. Yay, yay, yay. So looking forward to my reading. Yes, Wendy, it's only one more week now and you get to see me. You'll be coming to my house, to my place to see me. So, sorry I was not here last week. I was in Palm Springs, living it up, very much stepping out of my role as this and really stepping into my human Corey role. Had a blast, had fun, totally stepped away and just enjoyed. I highly recommend taking a girls trip to Palm Springs. It's so worth it. It was so much fun. And I am going back. I think I'll be going back probably in the fall. So anyone wants to join me on a girl trip? In between that, I am working on a bunch of stuff. We've had to do some kind of restructuring of the path I've been taking and the journey I've been taking, and some of the events that I've been putting off that I was going to do in the U.S. is getting all of the stuff in place to be able to go into the U.S. and work. I want to do it. I want to maintain my integrity of being very honest, and I don't want to kind of sneak in and do work and sneak out. I don't believe in that. I don't want to do that. I want to go in totally with everything in place. So I put some of my work on hold. I have a new website coming out in a few days, hopefully in a few days, and we have a new workshop coming out in a few days. The girl who does my work for me, she's going to be working on it with me as well. I will be the teacher, but I will have a workshop that we're going to be announcing hopefully in the next week, and it'll be a 3-part workshop. And it's going to be on healing through all of the chakras, and I will be doing live meditations with you guys. And if you can't take part in the live, you'll always be able to have the recording sent to you as well. Everybody, no matter what, will get the recordings, and you can watch it at any time that you want to watch it. But it will be done live. You will be on the interactive screen with me, so you can communicate. We're going to have a question period time that'll be in the workshop. It'll be about an hour and a half, in 3 sessions. So an hour and a half each time. I really look forward to putting that out there. Hi, Susan and Linda and Shelly. Hi, everyone. So like I said, it's a little noisy here. The fan is going. Yes, Shelly, long time no talk. I was just saying that to your daughter. I see we're still staying on. Hi, Ashley. So I've been doing a lot of writing. This weekend has been a lot of work for me. A lot of doing a lot of my writings, and a lot of stuff has been coming through. I've been doing a lot of Mother Mary work, and a lot of new kind of things that have been coming up. And I was talking about this, that I'm kind of want to speak a little bit about. I was talking about this in my Being You group yesterday with my girls in there, and I did a big writing on being empty and what it feels like to be empty when, there's kind of nothing, you're feeling nothing, there's nothing left, there's no nothing, you're not feeling like you're in a role, you're not sure who you're supposed to be, but you feel absolutely nothing. And we've been taught that feeling empty, or we've been it's kind of just the way life is that, well, if you feel nothing, there's got to be something wrong if you're feeling nothing. And I woke up about 4:30 in the morning, the first morning that I got back from Palm Springs, and I woke up feeling empty. And it was almost, when I first woke up, I woke up with it almost like a state of panic of, oh my God, did I lose my gifts while I was away? Did I drink too much alcohol while I was away and I don't have no gifts left in me? Why am I not feeling? Been watching me on YouTube? Yay, Wendy. Good. I'm glad people are watching on my YouTube. Go in and subscribe on my YouTube and watch the YouTube videos I've been posting. So when I woke up in that state of panic, it was just that sense of, oh God, like, is there something wrong? Am I losing myself? Am I not connecting? Why do I feel this way? Why am I feeling like I have nothing there? And we've always been like, you got to feel something. You got to feel comfortable, uncomfortable. You got to feel panicked, fear, happy, love, something. It has to be something that has to be felt. And what I started to write through was that a part of our awakening, a part of really when you step into letting go of everything else, is why do we need to always be searching for something to fulfill us, something to make us feel either good or to make us feel anything, to feel bad, no matter what it is something. And in those moments of feeling empty is an opportunity to just be, and an opportunity to not have a desire to put anything else in there. It's just like, oh, this is what it feels like. If we look at, we're not competing with ourselves. We're not competing with one emotion into another emotion, because everything, all of our emotions, all these things that we feel in this human life are all part of the illusion. And we feel like we have to topple it up. It's like sometimes we feel like we're stuffing in nutrition, or we're nourishing ourselves with stuff just because we're supposed to be nourishing ourselves, just because we're supposed to be filling ourselves full of stuff. And what is stuff? It's a lot of times the stuff is chattered. A lot of times stuff is just gathering information, and we get into information overload, whether it's good information, bad information, it doesn't matter. It's information, right? And that's that whole sense of when we go into true state of being in true meditation, when we can just let go of everything. We ask the questions before you start, and then you release it. You just let go. And that's what I noticed when I started to write at 4:30 in the morning. And of course, most people follow me know that I write in my phone. My hands don't work very well. That I write in my phone. And I just felt myself really writing from a place of being in the universe, like that empty space in the universe. And when we add human stuff into the universe, like we put satellites and stuff up there, and when they start to crash and they start to fall apart, we get the universe gets full of human junk, and it gets stuff in the way, right? And it's the same type of thing. We get that in our way. And so when you look at the universe, the stars don't compete with each other. The sun and moon don't compete with each other. Nothing is there to compete. Everything kind of just flows and works together, and just there's no deciding if it's going to have an argument of itself, whether it's going to rise today, or whether this there's going to be clouds in the sky or anything like that. Life just happens. And it's the same thing with allowing ourselves to just feel that emptiness, and to not feel sad because we're empty. When we're empty, we want to put something back, and we don't need to feel sad because we're empty. We don't need to feel as if there's something missing within ourselves, or that we need to be completed. What does being completed really mean? Being completed to what? Or I need to achieve to be here, or to get there, or where you're going. Ultimately, what's at the end of the journey, right? It's really just allowing yourself to be present when moments happen and things happen and life just comes in, and not to miss the opportunities that are coming. Why miss the opportunities? There's so much beautiful things. And there was times when we were in Palm Springs that I had moments like I should be doing something, right? I shouldn't just be sitting by the pool. I shouldn't get up at 9 o'clock in the morning and leave the pool at 6 o'clock. And I should be doing something in between. And it's like, no, why not? There's little moments that were happening, and little interactive moments that were happening with meeting people that were just happening, that were, oh, it's an experience. And, I don't need to put anything else in here. I just need to be in that moment and in that experience that you're having. Heather, how come I can't get into a meditation mode? Trying too hard, Heather. That's one of the things I tell people. Sometimes we're trying to, because we think we have to do something. So I want you to, even so much as simply as if you're mowing your grass outside, mowing your lawn, put your headphones in and don't turn on the music, and just start walking. Start walking with your lawnmower, whatever it may be. Don't turn on the music. Just be there. Or a simple one that I do when I'm teaching a class, when I'm teaching classes, is I get people to cup their ears, and just cup your ears and close your eyes. And when you do that, and just that you hear like your heartbeat and stuff, and just stay like that for just a few minutes. And the more that you practice that mindfulness of just closing out, just shutting off your human senses, close your eyes, close off your ears, and you'll be able to start to feel, right? You start to feel the things that are, and then everything just goes blank. And it could be 2 minutes. When I first start meditating, Heather, I would have to meditate in the shower and just put my head back and put my hands in like prayer position and just stay like that and just close my eyes. And it would be 3-4 minutes the most. And I was the worst for meditating. And with time, it just got better. And just setting yourself an intention and a mantra and not overthinking it. And don't try to shut your mind off. People think that you have to just go in and just, okay, I can't think of anything. With time, your mind will stop the process of going over and over everything. And if you, when those thoughts are happening, don't stop. Don't stop in the thought. Don't go, oh, well, I'm thinking of this. So now what will I do with that? Just let it flip by. It's like, I always say, it's like watching old style movies, and you just got to let it flip by. And it'll just leave. It just goes. Kelly, yes, that happens to me all the time. Yeah. Yeah. And just, like I said, it's so simple. It's, you don't want to overthink your meditations. And with time, it does get better. Do crystals really help? Crystals, yes. So crystals are just another form of a connection. And so anything that helps you connect and anything that helps you, stay grounded. So some crystals are for grounding, some are for connecting the higher self. Some will work really well for you for a while. Some will not work after a while. It's just like, it just switches and changes. And it's the same with using divinations like cards and stuff. It's not about becoming dependent on it, because we're already connected to source. You're already connected to your spirit. You're not misaligned with your spirit ever. It's a part of you. You and your spirit, it's just like this. It's just there. It's just that once you start using stuff like this, and I always say, I get the students that go into oracle abuse. So you take your oracle cards and you keep flipping until you get the answer that you really want. Same type of thing. It's letting life happen. So it's the same thing, letting meditation happening, letting yourself, letting yourself fall into a flow, or into a state of being connected, or into awakening. And sometimes when you start into a journey, I always say, surrender to what's out of your control. What can you not control? And we're not here to always control things, right? Yeah, Kelly, crystals definitely help. They help me always. Anyway, yeah. So for some people don't ever connect. When I first started, I had crystals all around and I didn't use them and I didn't connect to them. And then crystals became my everything. And of course, I do always wear bracelets that are made by Crystal's Creations. I have bracelets, but they're, like I said, they're not for everyone. It's not such a big thing. You may love them, you may not. So I always say, kind of start to find what works for you. It's the same thing with my words might mean nothing to anyone else. They might not resonate. And of course, it's just my opinion. It's just my view. It's just what I've experienced, right? But they might not be for somebody else, but they may be for another person. So it's, you take bits and pieces of everything you learn and you find your own way. That's what I always say. And so it's the same thing with the emptiness, right? And some people might never know what it means to feel empty, and some people might never want to feel empty. That's kind of, but for me in my writings, that tends to be where I tend to want to go right now, is just into that place of being empty. And then the other thing that's been coming up is right back into this, been going back into past healing again. And I am a past life healer, and I work as a past life healer. And it's one of the things in my business that I incorporate into everything that I do, but in private sessions is one of the least amount of things that I do is past life healing. But it's one of the biggest things that help us heal. And what people kind of mix it up with is that past life healing all people, they think when you're coming in for past life healing, you have to, that it's always about having a past life in another lifetime. Well, that's not always it. We have a past. 10 minutes ago was a past. A year ago was a past. And so in a lot of writings now, I'm talking about really recognizing how the past is really a part of us, and how many times, when I'm working with people in healing, how many of us are always trying to return to the version of ourselves. And it's a common thing. I can't get back to who I used to be, or I want to be who I used to be. And I always see it, I always used to say it to my hair clients as well, as they say, well, my hair is not like it used to be. 10 years ago, my hair was like this, or my skin was like this. As an esthetician, my skin was like this 10 years ago. Well, it's the same thing with your life. You're not who you were 10 years ago, right? Life has changed. You have changed. Your molecular structure have changed. Your hormones have changed. Everything about you, your life experiences have changed you. Trauma has changed you. Joy has changed you. Love has changed you. Whatever you would have experienced have changed you. And so that when we're doing past life healing, and when you're looking back, is we kind of got to look back at ourselves and say, okay, I can't heal. Why am I trying to achieve this when I'm not that person now? So it's impossible to be who you were prior to something happening in your life. But you can definitely form a new story. You can create a new story. You can live in a different light. You can live for yourself in a new light. You can surround yourself in different circumstances. And the more that you stop struggling with trying to return to the past, and you live in the moment, the easier it becomes, because then we're not coming from a place of being suffering. And we tend to want to, as humans, we tend to want to go into the place of suffering. We want to suffer for something. We want to cause ourselves more pain and work harder. And so then that's when all the anxieties and stuff come in, because we're trying so hard, right? We're trying so hard to get back. And then intuition comes in. And then you start opening, because you've experienced, when you experience trauma and you experience life things, parts of us shut down. And so then some of your other senses open up to a new level. And so I always say, when I went through my biggest traumatic moments, I shut down what should have been your simplest thing, which was your gut. I shut down that gut feeling, and everything else opened in a higher level. And, everything else started to become so predominant for me. And then that's when I started to recognize that these gifts were coming to life. Well, I have an opportunity now. I have an opportunity to help in a different way, and to not try to get back to who I used to be. Right. And so when you keep struggling there, and then you allow in the anxiety, and then you have like, oh, well, now I'm feeling something different, or I think I just heard something, or I think words are coming out of your mouth, or you have this knowledge that's coming out and you don't know where it's coming from. And so you try to stop it, and you try to stifle it in, or you try to shut it up. Or as one of my clients said, I seen this person show up in my bedroom, but I told her to go away because I was scared to death. Why? Right? What are we afraid of? The spirit world and us are the exact same thing, because you're spirit. You're just in a human body. There's no real difference. And so when we're in that mode, and when we're opening up, so when we're allowing ourselves to be in this present moment and be in this newer form, and not trying to return to who we are, there's so many opportunities that are there, and there's so much beauty and so much light, and there's so much goodness that's happening, right? That just allowing that to come in. Yes, Michelle, very true, right? It's just like that, those things start to happen. So how are you going to use it? How are you going to allow yourself to continue to live in the suffering and the pain, or are you going to live for now and live for the moments that are here, and the opportunities that you may be able to help somebody else, or that you may be able to help yourself in a bigger way. You may be able to do much greater things. It's the opportunities that are in front of you. And so when you allow yourself to be empty, empty, surrender, and allow yourself to go through the process of being present with who you are now instead of who you were in the past, or stop trying to dig up your past, right? It's like we can acknowledge it. We can look at it as third person. We're looking at it. When I take you in to do past life healing, I don't step you personally into a past. I give you the opportunity to open doors, to walk in, to explore, and just, what are you seeing? What are you noticing? You're looking at it as if you're watching a movie. You're watching the body, you're watching, and then you when you come back, you have the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? I really don't really feel a need to be there anymore. I don't, and I see where this has carried through. And I always say, do you let the 5-year-old of you be in charge of how you're going to run your life now? Would you let your 5-year-old child run your adult life? So how many people are still letting the fearful 5-year-old child or the experiences that you've been through run and control the life that you're living right now? And when we empty all that out, when we get into that place of just being clear and just being free, it's like it just opens us to this new level, this new place. And then that's when the beautiful opportunities come. And that's when we can heal. And that's the moments that make the difference in how we're going to show up. And that's the big part of our awakening. Kelly. This is so true. I've been trying to hold onto my most recent version of myself, but know it's time to let go and into the current version of myself. Yes, exactly. So like we might like exactly what we look like right now or how we are right now, but in a month or in 2 months or in 3 months or in 3 years, we're not going to be that. Right? Something is going to shift and change. And also with the people that are in our lives. When we expect the people that are in the relationships in our lives to stay the same, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. They're going to change as well. And sometimes the people that have been in your lives for a long period of time, and I was just speaking about this morning to somebody's. So just because people have been in your life a long period of time, you change, they change, and we try to hold on. We try to keep things together, and it's not gelling no more. It's not working no more. It's okay to let go. It's okay to release relationships. It's okay to free yourself of those moments. It's okay to not to be in that. There's nothing wrong with it. And it's, not everything is always meant to be there forever. Right? Not every relationship or every person or even every job. Hence why it's okay to start exploring other opportunities, letting yourself grow. The more that we dig our heels into stay where we are, the more of this place of suffering that we come from. And we're not here to suffer. We're here to enjoy and to embrace. And we're here to live for the people who we love, who've had to pass over, and we never know. Sometimes we don't know why. And like I said, and every story is different. I'm not here to say that I'm asking people to get over losing people. That's not it. It's live for them. What can you do to live for them? Live for them in the best way that you can. Honor them in the best way that we can. Be their light, because they are our light. They come through to help us. They come through when I do this mediumship work, when I bring these people through. They're coming because they love us enough to want to help us. And they're coming through to be a light and a guide for us. So we can also live our best version for them and still go through whatever we need to go through, right? Amy, my sister died on Sunday, Amanda Evans, and they want to take her off life support. I'm so hurt. Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry to hear of your sister. That's a hard one. It's a very hard one. I feel like I just feel like as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, like my heart just wanted to sink for you. It just feels like there's a lot of undecidedness of this. Yeah. I feel like if you really, I feel like if you sit beside her and really listen, I think I almost feel like you'll hear her. I feel like you will hear your sister. That I want to say just kind of kick everyone else out of the room for a moment and sit with her. Sit with her, because I feel like I know you're feeling your own pain. I feel like you're feeling a little bit of her pain. Hold her hand, close your eyes, and kind of just let go of your thoughts for a moment, and I want you to just sit. Yeah, just sit. She'll comfort you, and I feel like she's going to guide you through. Okay, so I wanted to do that so bad. I feel her pain. I feel her chest. Yeah, Amy, that's what I feel. I feel like you and her somehow are like you're that connected. You're feeling her. That's what it instantly. That's what it like. My hands just wanted to go right here, and it's like I really feel that you. I feel like you really need to kind of just tell everyone just go out for a moment, and I'm sending both of you, your whole family. I'm sending you all loving strength. My heart just like for you. Um, yeah, I'm thinking of you. It's kind of in a transition period, so it's so hard to be. Whew, okay. Um, so I am going to go into a card for everyone. I'm going to start with a card for everybody tonight. And where did I put my everybody deck? I guess I'm supposed to do another everybody deck. Okay. I'm changing up decks. Hi, Allison. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Lorna. Hi, everyone joining in. So glad you're all here. Very impressed. My dogs are being quiet over there. My little Jazz thinks she is the new guard dog of this area that I live in Leduc. And she spends her time in the window barking at everybody. That's her going across the floor here. All right. So this card's for everyone. I only wrote down one name of somebody on the other side that's looking for a home, looking for somebody today. I wrote down a Joan. She's either a Joan or a Joni. No, actually, I lied. I have two names, but they're both J's. I have a Joan, Joni, and then there's a June, and I wrote it down totally different from everyone else, like away from the other Joan, Joni, and a June. These are women that kind of popped through when I was just doing my meditation. The deck is not letting me stop yet. It's looking for a specific card. Five of Raphael is our card that's coming through, and Raphael is the angel of healing. And it's the whole everything happens for a reason. It's letting go of regrets. When we have. Okay, Shelley, I will talk to you soon. Thank you for coming in, though. Your middle name is Joan? No, this is somebody on the other side with a Joan. So I don't know if you're named after somebody who's on the other side that's a Joan. So release regrets. That, embrace the opportunities for happiness. It's like, what regret? I wish I had done this. I wish I had done that. Or if I had, how many times have people said this? If I had known, I would have done things differently. I would have lived differently. I would have done this differently. I would have, right? How many times have you heard that come out of either your own mouth or other people's mouth? And it's like, let that go. Let go of what you think you should have done. And let go of the mistakes you think you made, or I could have been a better mother, or I could have been better in a relationship, and da-da-da. That's not how it works. The patterns that we go and the things that we do, all happening to align us to where we are now. And so instead of living with regret, forgive yourself. Go to a place of stepping into a forgiveness and forgiving yourself for not doing the things you thought you should. Right? It's like, I would have been kinder. I would have been more compassionate. I would have been. And it's like, yeah, no. I spent a long time in my life with a lot of regret for a decision that I made, and I beat myself up for it, right? And I spent a long time suffering through that, and I did suffer, and I made sure I suffered. I wanted myself to suffer because I wanted to punish myself for making the decision that I had made because I didn't listen, right? And I didn't listen to myself. And then as you start to really let go and forgive yourself, and thank God for my dear friend Laura Lee, who was my healer, who helped me on my journey to get through and to do my past life healing, to take me to the places of seeing the things that I needed to see, was when we step into a place of forgiveness. And this is where Raphael comes in. Call upon Raphael to help heal your heart. And as you start to meditate, and as you start to, sometimes say, oh, we're seeing green. Well, green is the color of the heart chakra. And it's that when we start to release and we start to let go, we're freeing ourselves of all of that. So free yourself. Okay. Whoa. Flying cards. Another one that's coming up for me right now, and I don't know who's going through this, is, and I'm kind of chuckling because this feels like it's a little bit of a love situation. Somebody who is unsure of a relationship. Somebody who's unsure of a relationship, kind of don't think you should be in the relationship, but you are. And everything is saying, is this right? Is this wrong? It might be a little bit of a bad boy. It might be a little bit of a resistance, but you can't help yourself. You tend to want to be there and you don't know why, but you're letting yourself go a little bit because you're giving up on your own work or your own self to you're being distracted. You're being distracted, and for some reason this person is a little bit of a distraction for you, and it's distracting you from paying attention to what you really want. Yes, Allison, you asked Raphael to heal your heart. So it's like it's like there's a distraction here. There's something. As the door slams. Hello, Angel. So there's a bit of a, that kind of just threw me off guard. A door just slammed in my house. Anything can happen in my house. I have all kinds of stuff that happens here. So, but it's, I just feel like there's somebody here who's in a relationship. You're unsure, but trust me, it might not be. Don't look at the relationship as if you have to be so concerned about, is this going to be the long-term relationship? We don't know that yet, and it's okay. I feel like you need to have fun in it. You need to let go of the worries and concerns that you have. And the card that came out is Lucky Day. And it's funny because it is a bit of a lucky day happening. It just feels like the energy that's around, and where we are in the retrograde feels like there's a little bit of like happy energy. And I was talking about that this morning. I think that was my morning card, was enthusiasm. Like I just kept pulling enthusiasm, like be kind of happy. And yes, I know there's people that are going through some not good things, but this is a general reading, right? For this card is, and that don't be distracted by what you can do for yourself either. Even though the relationship is going very well, and even though it's a relationship that you need to kind of just go have fun and just be in the flow of, and allow yourself to be present and in the moment of it. It also feels like don't be distracted from the things that you need to work on, which is also finances. I feel like somebody really needs to be working on finances. It's like, get your shit together, get your money in place. And it's like, Ariel's like this, she's love, like she's pink, she's love. And so rose quartz is love, pink is love. When you're feeling love, when you're looking at somebody who's really in love, if you're someone who can see auras, you'll see like love around them, you'll see pink around them. And it's just this sense of that they're just surrounded in love. And you'll see them, they're noticed that people are wearing more pink. And it's because you're stepping into your feminine energy. And when we step into our feminine energy, we sometimes forget that we still have a masculine energy, and we have to balance both. And so you still need you need a bit of your logical brain. You need to be very present and live in your heart. And I just feel that there's somebody here. Amy, Me, she always told me to move on, and I think I'm ready after 18 years. Okay, Amy. All right, Amy. You have to trust yourself on this. And because it feels like a good energy is what it feels like to me. It's like, um, it's okay. It's okay. Don't be distracted, right? Don't be distracted by what's in front of you, and don't forget to still fill your, like, you have to fill yourself full of self-love. There has to be self-love happening in here before you can fully exude love. And but it's okay to be accepting love. It's okay to be present in the moment that's happening. And I just see, like, it's like love and money are going together here. This is the way it looks, and this is the way I've been seeing it all morning, all through all through the channel writings that I've been doing today. I see gold coins and I see pink love, and I just keep seeing the both. And that you have to be secure in both. You have to be secure in yourself. You have to be secure in the money. It's like you need to continue to provide for yourself, pay off your debts, get yourself in a position that if you're in an unhealthy relationship, that you can walk away. Because I feel like that too. There's something about, I have to stay in this because this is what's happening. I can't afford to live on my own. I can't afford to be out. I can't like using all those obstacles and blocks that are in your way. And but then you go out and spend the money that you don't have because you're trying to fulfill emotions that you're trying to fulfill, or something empty. You're trying to fill up something that, you're afraid to feel empty. You're afraid to feel raw. So you go, you buy, and then you come back and you feel bad. And then there's the block again to, now I have to stay longer because, and it's like those type of energies are like circulating all around. So the money and the love and the relationships all kind of work together now. It's like intertwining, it's twirling around. So just let it fall into place. And I'm doing general readings because I feel like there's so much of this working around. But there's somebody in here tonight, and I feel like you've been putting your career, your life, not your whole life, but I feel like you've been putting your career kind of on hold. Heather, your friend June passed away about a year and a half ago. Okay. June, I had her circled. I don't know what I'm getting for her yet. She told me to write down her name. She was kind of bossy with me writing down her name, and that I needed to kind of find who she belonged to. And I don't know if she passed of like I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if she passed of like a breast cancer or something like that. But I feel like she had somewhat of a struggle before she passed away. And but she loves fun. She loves fun. She loves to have fun. She was funny. She had a huge heart. She was very kind. So if that's her, Heather, that's who I'm looking for. But if she's, that's what she feels like to me. Yes, that's her then. That's what I'm looking for. And she's just like, and I don't know if she used to swear. Did she used to swear? Like the F-bombs? Hi, Barb. It's just, it's like yes, she was and did. Yes, okay. This is her. This is our June. And she's saying, like, almost like, fuck this. Like, it's like, just go out, and she's like just telling everyone. And I feel like it's summer, like something about summer for her. I don't know if summer was her favorite time, if she had like a cabin or a cottage, or if she just loved to be outside in the summertime. Just fucking go have fun. Just go live your life is kind of what she's saying. And it's like, yeah, okay. And she's like happy-go-lucky. And she's like, just live life happy-go-lucky. Like, just stop the worrying. Whatever it is that you're always worrying about, Heather, you met in 1979. Okay, so it's like that good long friendship thing that she could tell you anything type of thing. Yeah, okay, that's what it feels like to me. And she's saying, like, just go. I'm listening to her. She talks Met in summer camp. Okay, she kind of talks fast. I'm kind of getting her in. She's like excited. She's happy, but she's got like that whole kind of she can get shit done type of personality. Like she can make shit happen and she can get shit done. And she's like, um, just go have fun. If you've been double like whatever you're like hesitating on, whatever you're like, oh, I don't know if we can do that, or I don't know if I can afford that, or I don't know if I can take the time off. Like that's just what it seems like to me. It's like life is too short, is what she's saying. Life is too short, and I keep going back and looking at her because it's really funny because I really circled her like in 3 or 4 times and circled around it and circled around like it's definitely her. And she's like, it's me. I'm here. I'm always there. And for some reason, she's always freaking trying to tell you she's there, and you're not listening. So um, let her hang out with you like she's there. And I don't know, it's something about a drink. I don't know if what she used to drink or if she drank, something about having a drink, like really have a drink for her. Have a drink for her. It's like sitting on a patio. I don't know if some of you used to go and just hang out on a patio and something, but she says have a drink for her and something about the water, like loving the water, or if it was a boating or if it was just being near water. I'm not sure like which one, but it's like just man, I'm like I fucking didn't leave. That's what that's kind of how she's putting it. I didn't fucking leave. I'm still here, and I still hear everyone, and I still hear everything, and um, she's happy that no one's kind of forgotten her, but she's ready for somebody also to move on. I don't know if this was a spouse or if it was um, just people she worked with. I'm not sure, but she's like, it's okay. It's okay to do things without me. It's okay to kind of move forward. And that she has so much love for the people that were special in her heart, and she has so much love for the people that stood by her side. She loved camping and is from Cape Breton. Okay. Well, that all makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. And it's like, yeah, she says it's okay. And she is very okay. She's very okay where she is. She's very fine, and um she just says just uh her husband, okay. Yeah, tell him it's okay. It's okay. And her heart when soon I feel like my heart's like pounding, like she still loves him, and she still loves everybody, and she still loves life the way that she gets to live life now. And she says just tell him it's okay, just go live. It's like he put his life on hold for her, um, and she's okay for him to move forward, to move on, and to really get out and live life. It's time. Yeah, I just know she's always there, and you guys will all know that she's there. You very much know that she's there. Okay. Thank you, Heather. Glad. See, all this time, Heather. uh, waiting for you to claim June. All right. Uh, okay. I got a little buzzing in my head here. I still have somebody present. Um, you're very welcome, Heather. Um, I have to scroll back. I'm not sure who I was looking for. Joanna. Are you still here, Joanna? Joanna Raymond. Are you still here? Joanna, I'm going to start shuffling. I hope you're still here. Okay, Joanna, I'm going to do this card for you, and I'm not sure if you're still here, but the card came flying out, and it was a Raphael card as well, and it was a 9 of Raphael, and it was about your wishes, and for you, I'm really feeling like don't let your it's like don't let fear stand in the way of what you want or where you want to go next. There you are. So, Joanna. Um, 9 of Raphael, it's about making that wish. It's what you dream, what you want, and I feel like there's still some fear around some of your loss of enjoying the moments that you have, and um, don't feel guilty for something. Something is telling me to tell you, don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty for being happy. Don't feel guilty for your happy days. Let yourself be happy. It's okay to be happy, and it's okay to really enjoy the moments that you're having. And I feel like the part of this goes back to what I was talking about earlier, and that it's, really enjoy this. But I feel like there's like a wish or desire to either advance or to try something new, or if it's about around even trying to have another baby, like trying to have another child, like something like that. And I feel like just go for it is what I'm getting. Just go for it. And I just get like this big sense of like my heart just feels like it's going to explode. Just go for it. Just let yourself enjoy the moment, and let yourself enjoy life, because there is some changes coming. There's some changes coming. I set this intention. You set that intention this morning when you woke up. Well, this is your confirmation. This is your confirmation that that it's okay. And then changes, major life changes, right? So this is a major arcana card, and this is about changing your life and about looking at it in a different perspective, that breaking yourself free, letting yourself be free of the kind of some of the suffering that you've been kind of experiencing, and always struggling with being happy and being sad type of thing. And it's okay to be more on the happier side now. It's okay to kind of embrace the changes that are happening and the good things that are happening around you. And I just feel like there's some beautiful, wonderful things happening for you. Let yourself have them. Let yourself have these moments. They're well deserved, and let go of the fear. It's like you don't have to be in fear of what's to come. Yes, July is always so hard. Yeah, and that's what I feel like. I feel like you're really kind of on the fence, struggling through. And of course, my heart, I know, I can feel that, I just know that heaviness and that hurt and stuff is there. And there's going to be days that are just going to be harder, of course, but it's okay now to enjoy the gifts that you have been blessed with, and the new gifts that are coming. Because I just feel like there's more gifts coming, and it's like allow yourself. It's like if you're planning on having another child, or you're planning on making that next stage, let yourself have it. Let yourself be present in that, and it's okay. That's what it feels like for me. Okay, so I only have time to do one last quick card that's going to be for everybody again, because I have to leave at 8:30. Laura, hi from New York City. Would really need some kind validation from Teresa. My birthday just passed, and anniversary is next month. I totally lost faith in the afterlife. Aw. Don't ever lose your faith in afterlife. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do or how to do it, but I'm telling you there's signs. There's signs of all around you. We always have validations, but when we're either caught in the anger or we're caught in the fears, we're missing the signs that are showing up. So right now I'm not doing another like personal one. I'm going to do a card for everybody, but I really feel like it's if you can set if you can start to set an intention to set yourself free of being angry, is what I feel like, Laura, is that you can see, you can feel and sense the presence of her. I feel like she's there. Just let yourself be present in this. And of course, as I walked this morning, my little man who walks with me all the time now, since I've been going to visit the birds, was walking with me. I just seen his mom here. And yes, he is there. My little Sebastian. We had a conversation this morning as I walked around the water. Okay, this is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. And I pulled it. Joanna, it's a balancing act to enjoy and be present and not live in the past. Thank you. Healing has been my message for today from all over. Yeah, exactly, right? And that's what I feel like. It's just like, allow yourself the okay, to just allow yourself the okay with having your moments when you need them, but know that it's okay to be happy. It's okay to feel joy. It's okay. And that you're honoring your child by having those moments. Okay, so I just pulled out a few cards, and the Vision Quest is the card that stands out to me. And then I pulled Wild Woman and the Seer. And I want to go with masculine and feminine energy here, and creating the vision, the life that you really want to see for you. And as we, when we just came through the new moon, and the new moon was about setting intentions and setting what you want for your life. And what are you going to dance in as we move into this next part? And we always say July is when the veil to spirit world is the thinnest. So it's when we can connect the best, when we can hear, feel, sense the best. It just is. There's something about July it's that mid-year type of change. And what paths are you not seeing? What do you need to see? What's being present for you? What is the medicine that you're going to do for yourself? What's the essence, right, of where you're going to be, what you're going to see? And this is a time, so this, like when the seer and stuff comes, it's about challenging yourself to get out of the place of denial of the things that you need to let go of, set yourself free. What are the old stories that you keep telling? What are the old ancestral things that keep following us around? What's holding you from living as the free person that you're here to live as? What holds you back? Yeah, I know. Hey, Sebastian's he just makes my heart sing too. I want to say, true essence, this time that we're stepping into right now feels like to me is that this is an opportunity to step into your true power. And true power comes really when we can step into a place of allowing our hearts to heal, not carry the burdens, to set ourselves free, to allow ourselves moments of when we need to grieve, when we need to be present in whatever we're experiencing, but it's also an opportunity to truly let go of what's holding us back, and so that we're not so caught in the past. And as I said in the very beginning, it's okay to allow yourself to be empty, to not feel a need to be trying to shove stuff in to just fill your bank and to fill yourself back up again. Let yourself be there, and that balance. We're balancing in between the feminine and masculine energy, and finding that balance, coming from our heart, being a little bit logical when we have to be, but very much in our hearts right now, and living in our hearts. And know that the more that we are come from a place of being in our heart instead of instead of being angry at the world, we're able to communicate, we're able to connect, we're able to hear, see, feel, sense, whatever it may be, and really start to trust your intuition. Let yourself be, let yourself be present with what you're experiencing in the moment. And that's all I have. I just want to let out this big breath. Thank you all for joining me. I'm so happy that I'm back and that I could be here with you guys. And I'll be back again next Sunday at the same time again. I won't be away on holidays next week. I wish, but I'm not. So have yourselves a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you all. And if you're not following my YouTube, go on to Corey Thorne TV, and also Instagram now has Insta TV, and I'm going to be posting regular cards on there that are just like 2-minute little bleeps that are little card a day type of readings, or every couple days. And then my YouTube can be anywhere from 10 minutes to 15 minutes to some are an hour. So feel free to go into Corey Thorne TV, subscribe, like, and kind of follow so that you can get notification when I do post on there. And there goes my guard dog. And so then you're getting all of my videos that happen all week long. So thank you, and I look forward to coming back next week. Have a good evening. Love you all. Bye-bye.